Mikki, it's finally game week for the Superleague 2021 season. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mixture of emotions, in all honesty. It's been a really long time since we've done this, and quite frankly, it's still kind of hard to believe. There's been so much that's gone on in the last 11 months to get to this point, and so many changes. It's kind of like, oh, I'll hold my excitement until we're actually sitting on the coach on our way up to Wakefield, because so much could still change. But yeah, so much excitement, so much anticipation to just finally get out there and experience a match day again, because it's been a really, really long time, probably the longest time in any of our playing career, really, that the girls have gone without, going through the motions of a game day and suiting up and all of the sort of emotions that brings. But yeah, we're super excited to get going, and we're so excited and grateful that we're in a position to be able to compete.
Of course, you're playing at two central venues for the entirety of the season, which is effectively playing away games all season long. I mean, how have you prepared your team for that sort of situation?
Yeah, it's such an unknown, isn't it? And I guess it's one of those things that we're going to have to learn as we go. The only saving grace is everybody's in the same boat, and certainly with that Wakefield venue, because no one's been there yet, it really is just one of those, you've got to throw yourself into the deep end and embrace every part of the experience. There's going to be a lot of external factors that we're going to have to deal with this year, as a team that's travelling really far for pretty much every single game, certainly for the first half of the season. Double headers, away day stayovers in COVID times, which are going to be very, very different to our usual sort of sleepovers that we get to experience as a team. But all of those challenges we've got to relish. We've openly spoke as a group how the team that comes out of it this season as champs are going to be the team that deals with those off-court issues as well as the on-court issues. And it's got to be someone this year. So in a year that's so unpredictable, why not us?
And of course, what a way to start with the opening weekend with a local derby against London Pulse and then Mavs the next day. I mean, how are you preparing for that sort of fixture? What a way to kick it all off. Yeah,
the irony that all three London teams are going to be travelling 4 hours to Wakefield to compete. But yeah, there are no easy games in the NSL this year, so quite frankly, it doesn't matter what opposition we come up against. We have to pay every single the opposition they respect that they demand. I'm actually really excited to kick off against Pulse. As you say, it's a London derby. The game that we played against them last season went right down to the wire, and it was a real spectacle for the neutral, and no doubt it's going to be another one that goes all the way down to the final minute, final play of the game. They have some really strong calibre of athletes across their lineup, but so do we, and I think we're really evenly matched, and we're both teams with high scoring power, so that will present a really exciting challenge, and I think the girls are really, really going to embrace that. Of course, the double header is going to be difficult to back up in less than 24 hours is always going to be a challenge, and Mavs are going to be fresh on the Sunday because they play Sunday, Monday, so that's something that we have to factor into our thinking as well. But in order to be the best, you've got to beat everybody. So with having said paying every opposition the respect that they deserve, it doesn't matter. We've got to focus on our controllables, we've got to focus on our processes, and the brand of netball that we want to put out there to the public and showcase what we've been working on in the past 8 months now.
And of course, your pre-season has effectively been during a national lockdown. So how have you been able to narrow down your lineup for this weekend, but with the lack of pre-season games? Yeah,
it's been a challenge, and it's definitely been an unknown. In normal times, we would ideally do a block of 4 to 6 weeks worth of training. We'd run that against an opposition. That would then, give us a scope as to what we needed to block the next lot of training on. And as you say, in COVID times, in a national lockdown, that risk v reward factor of, if we play and then there's an isolation period, is it worth it? That's been quite difficult to navigate. I think this year more than ever, we really do have a well-rounded squad who are fiercely competing for every single position, and that makes my job a headache, but one of the best headaches to have. And I think this season more than ever, it's going to be a real squad effort. We have to have that buy-in from now until June. It's not just about the short-term goal of being selected for one match, but it's about how ready and mentally focused can you stay throughout the long course of the season, because with the amount of double headers we've got, with the amount of travelling we're going to have to do, every single person is going to be called on to do a job at some point in this season, so you need to be locked in and take your moment when it's there. As a coach, it's my responsibility to give you the tools. I'll also give you the moment, then after that it's on you. So I'm really excited about that opportunity to give that to the amount of players that we've got in our squad this year. Some of the young green girls who haven't had a VNSL cap yet, what an amazing opportunity for those guys, and even for the more experienced girls within our ranks. There's never been a season quite like this with the visibility of netball there's going to be this year. So why not step up, grab the opportunity?
And of course, no netball this season at Surrey Sports Park in front of the amazing Storm fans. Have you got a message for them ahead of the new season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've spoke about how much of an amazing opportunity it is that Sky have got on board with this multi-year, multi-million-pound deal, and that is great. And the visibility of the sport, you know, is going to go through the roof with every game being televised. But that does come at a cost, and a cost that I am fully aware of, and the team are fully aware of, which means we won't get to compete here, and we won't get to pack this arena out with the fans that are so die-hard towards us. We know that you're with us. We feel you with us regardless. We speak about you constantly, and whether you're in the arenas with us or not, we know that you'll be watching it, and we'll always aim to do the badge and our colours proud.